This is Adriana Montes from Florida Dreams Realty Group and Capital. Here, right now, from the St. Petersburg, not Russia, but St. Petersburg, Florida, United States. We're here at the Grand Prix, the first Grand Prix ever happening. And we happen to be here recording our show at the Andretti Sports Center, Auto Sports Center. All of these wonderful gentlemen were so kind to let us be here and record and to do this real estate show right here, right now in the Homebuyer Town Hall of Florida. Welcome to the Homebuyer Town Hall, Florida. My name is Adriana Montes with Florida Dreams Realty and Capital Group. I'm delighted to be here, like I said before, in the St. Petersburg first ever Grand Prix. I have a special guest today. This is my sister, my beloved sister. Her name is Claudia Montes. She also works in real estate, specializes in buyers and sellers, has a trajectory of over 20 years of experience to work with buyers and sellers. Originally in Colombia, she was a genetic biologist, very smart, and she decided to focus on real estate when she moved to this country. So I want to welcome Claudia to this show. Welcome, Claudia.
Thank you, Adriana. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for the invitation. Yes, we are enjoying this beautiful setting on St. Pete. And also we are here with a big, huge team of agents being educated and getting the latest technology on the real estate so we can serve our buyers and sellers and give it the best and the best at the best service on the industry. Right now, the technology is what is leading right now to be successful on this field. So that's what we are doing here on St. Pete.
Wow, Claudia, that's amazing. And you came here to learn about the new technology. Yeah, we all know that everyone is on technology and bringing technology to every field they work on, like real estate for us. It's gonna stay alive, and not only alive, but it's gonna stay in the top. You have to be on top of technology to be a leader in this market. We learned that through COVID, and we keep learning that more and more as artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and all of these tools come available for real estate. And so we're in Florida, we're in St. Petersburg. This is amazing. I mean, Miami is great, Orlando, all of these cities in Florida are thriving. Our economy has done incredible. Our appreciation, it's been great after COVID. And I want to hear from you, Claudia. Why is it so amazing to live in Florida? What is some of the things that you like living here? Why would you tell somebody to buy a house here? Why would you tell somebody to consider living here? Why is so lovely about Florida?
Well, Florida has a unique market. You know, a lot of people love Florida because the weather, as we know, we are the sunshine state. And at the same time, Florida bring a lot of opportunities, job opportunities. The affordability index right now is still so low that people are still having the opportunity to buy even when the interest rate is high. So that's why buying at this time, it is the right time to buy in Florida. Not only that, we had a big force like Disney that bring a lot of jobs to the central Florida. And also it brings a lot of tourists, which is one of the main income in the Florida state.
Wow, Florida. You know how much I love Florida. It's a place where we moved when we came from Colombia. Florida Dreams Realty and Florida Dreams Capital. I have this argument with Eric the whole time about this is the sunshine state where the real sunshine is. So yeah, I couldn't agree with you more any than that, Claudia. And talking about the market, I want to hear from you. Why is it still a good time for sellers to consider selling? How is the sellers market and why they should sell still? And how do you work with sellers and what advice can you provide sellers in this market?
Well, right now we are on the transition of the market. I wouldn't say that we are still on a seller market. However, when you partner with the right agent and the right company that has the technology, that always helps to sell the property faster. So we had a lot of exposure, not only on radio, on TV, but we had physical market that we can take the listing and make it sold quicker than any other real estate company.
Wow, Claudia, that is so important that you get the right technology nowadays, like I said. sellers should be aligning themselves with agents that have the right technology. So I'm glad to hear that you and your company are working to stay on top of the market on that. And now what everybody wants to know about is buyers as well. You know, we have sellers, we have buyers, and you are either one of those categories. You could be ready to buy, you could be ready to sell, you could be in both at the same time. But you should be involved in the game of real estate. So for buyers, you know, a lot of people move here from New Jersey, New York, California, and for them, they came here and they bought second homes and they bought investment properties. So I want to hear from you specifically, why is Florida a good market to still invest in second homes and in investment properties nowadays?
Well, when you move to Florida, you have a lot of opportunities to invest on different type of properties. We can have income property. We have properties that you can do short-term rental. And also there are properties close to the beach that you can do short-term rental as well. So as an investor of second home, you always has that cash flow that you can use in the meantime that you're gonna occupy the property. That's one of the things. Another thing, the multifamily are on a great interest right now on Florida as well. We had a shortage of rental properties, so that's why many investors are looking for duplexes, you know, triplex, anything that is related with the multifamily as well.
Great information that you're bringing us to the show. Florida, like we're saying, it's still a hot market for you to consider. And if you live here, it's still a hot market for you to stay in this game, sell and buy. And you know, we promote homeownership on this show a lot. I believe that homeownership is part of the American dream. The American dream is still alive. So first-time home buyers, I would like to hear how you work with first-time home buyers, what programs are available, what advice you have for them, and how they can get involved if they're renting, why they should make a decision to buy a house for the first time.
Well, we had a lot of options right now for first-time home buyers. And even though you are a renter, we can do like a rental with option to buy. We had that program available. Now for first-time home buyers, even though the interest rates are high, you can negotiate with the seller. You can ask the seller to buy the rate down. That's one of them. Another thing, the seller either can contribute to pay the closing costs for this buyer, or the county has a lot of funds right now on the down payment assistance that the buyer can use also on the purchase. Besides that, we had a great program that was approved last year, Home for Heroes, that is dedicated to help people that have been first responder on the COVID area. So the government create that program just to help those health responders to buy.
Wow, Claudia, you're so knowledgeable about all these programs. It is so important that as a first-time home buyer, you work with somebody that really knows how to take advantage of things that are being offered, and you just don't know about it. You know, it's really hard to become an owner, to become a homeowner. So take advantage of all these programs. Knowing the knowledge is power, and we know that in this show, the power is right now. So I'm very happy to hear so much knowledge that you have about buyers and sellers. For any buyers that are out there that haven't never owned a home, or if you want to invest in real estate, residential or commercial, or if you are looking to buy a dream home, you know, in all these beautiful cities in the Sunshine State, like Miami, like Orlando, like Tampa, and Petersburg, our state is booming. We haven't seen, I mean, there's a recession happening everywhere, but we are less affected by it because there is still so many people moving here. We have sunshine 360 days out of the year. We have a great governor. We also have great tax benefits, and we also have homestead exemptions. I mean, the sky's the limit. This is a freedom state, and I'm so happy and so blessed that we moved here, Claudia and I and my mom from Colombia to this country. So I'm so blessed to this country and this state, and I'm so happy also to bring my sister in the show. And again, for any buyers or sellers, please call her. We'll be sharing her information. Claudia Montes, her phone number is 407-484-5261, 407-484-5261, or you can email her at clausmont@aol.com. There's still an AOL users out there. So right now, I want to kind of talk about interest rates. Claudia, you said something really important about interest rates, that is still a market where you can navigate through that. And I'm going to bring Eric Fraser. He's one of my special friends and also TV producer, advisor, mentor. So grateful to be under your mentorship for this show. Thank you so much. And not only that, but he's a star as a senior vice president of national sales of Residential Bancorp. Eric, welcome.
Thank you, Adriana, for inviting me today to your show. You always do a great job. And we're just so happy that you are part of the Power Is Now TV family. And the content you're providing is incredible. The fact that you are in Florida at the first ever Grand Prix race, talking about real estate at the race is fantastic. And folks, I encourage you to tune in to Adriana Montes. You can find all of her shows on our website, thepowerisnow.com, under Homebuyer Town Hall. Also, you can download our TV app, Power Is Now TV, on any mobile device or tablet. And you can also watch her on television on Roku, Fire TV, Android TV, just all the streaming platforms, not all of them, Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV, and any smart TV, you'll be able to find the Powers Now and watch Adriana Montes. So as she stated, I am also a senior vice president of national sales with the Residential Bancorp. My license number is 461807. Residential Bancorp is a national lender. We have licensed professionals right there in Florida that can assist you with your needs. And this is really a good time to buy. In spite of interest rates, and I know that they're high, but they're not really high for anyone like Adriana and her sister Claudia, who have been in the business for years. We know that a 6% or 7% interest rate is really normal. That's what we have experienced most of our career, is a 6 or 7% interest rate. And it's only because of the great financial crisis that just put our economy in a tailspin that we found ourselves with unprecedented low interest rates in the 3 and 4% range. And hopefully we may see it again, but it's a very good possibility that we will not. And the reason for this is that we are literally at war with inflation. The Federal Reserve is literally fighting inflation, and they don't have very many tools to fight with. Their primary tool is raising the federal discount rate, and they've been doing that. 3 consecutive meetings, they have raised the federal discount rate. Each time, the amount of the raise was less than the previous time, but with the most recent job report that came out showing that the economy is still growing, the analysts were expecting 150,000 new jobs, and yet the report showed 550,000 new jobs. Think about the amount of payroll and income flowing through our economy with all those new jobs. All that's going to do is increase demand. And when you increase demand for goods and services, the prices go up. And so don't be surprised if we see another increase, but a significant increase by the Federal Reserve to try to bring inflation in check. Inflation is in the high single digits in some sectors, in the double digits in other sectors, and they're trying to get to a 2% target rate for inflation. And I'm not sure if it's going to be accomplished even this year. It might be. So we may see some relief maybe later in the year. We may not see any relief at all if the economy continues to grow and expand like it has been. So what do? Do you sit on the sidelines and just kind of wait and see what's happening? No, you do not do that. You take action. You play the hand that's dealt you, because there are many people who wish they had purchased when the rates were in the 3 and 4% range, and they said, "Oh, I think I'll wait and see what happens." Now look what that's got them. And there are many people today where rates are in the 6 and 7% range, and they're saying, well, let me see what happens. And we could be looking at double-digit interest rates by the end of the year. It is a very good possibility. Here's the thing. Just like we thought the war with Ukraine would be over by now and that Putin would pull out, but instead he's doubled down and continuing to wage war on Ukraine. No one expected this would last so long. Well, the same thing could happen in the Federal Reserve's fight with inflation. We think that the inflation, the moves made by the Federal Reserve are going to bring interest rates down, and they haven't. Well, this may go on much longer than we anticipate. And the one thing you don't want to do is be trying to buy a house at 10% when you could buy one now at 6%, as opposed to those who thought they should wait when rates were 3 and 4%, and now they're looking at 6%. Now, Claudia, Adriana's sister, and this is my first time meeting you, Claudia. So I'm really happy you're on the show, and it looks like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You know, I mean, you and your sister are the same business, doing big things in real estate. You must be very proud of your sister and what she's accomplished.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the invite. I really appreciate that. Um, I mean, I have been in business for so long and we have seen so many changes on this market. So I think that we are ready for the what is coming. And that's what we do. We really give the best advice that we can to sellers and buyers. And we try to really help and care for the customer.
Right. Claudia, can you provide your contact information and email address for anyone looking to work with you? We know Adriana. Now we know you. What is your telephone number, email address, and what areas do you serve?
Well, I serve all Florida. I had a big team of 80 agents, very well prepared. Um, Also, I mentor all my agents as well. So we can cover all Florida and they can reach me directly to my cell phone at 407-484-5261. Again, it's 407-484-5261. Or you can send me an email at claudiamontes.expert@yahoo.com. Again, it's claudiamontes.expert@yahoo.com.
Claudia, thank you for sharing that information. And I look forward to partnering with you and your clients as well, and to helping
Absolutely.
them getting into homes. You mentioned about FHA, you're knowledgeable about down payment assistance programs in the state of Florida, and Residential Bancorp is a participating lender in just about every down payment assistance program that exists in the United States. We lend in 48 states. And
Wow.
also, too, the good news is that FHA limits are on the move. I was just noticing that in certain
Yes.
counties, the limit is high as $472,000, and that's a lot of money in Florida because in the last show that Adriana and I did, we talked about the medium sales price of homes. And I'm just blown away that the other Sunshine State has such cheap, or I would say cheap, but inexpensive houses. As out here at the real Sunshine State here in California, our home prices are very, very high, nowhere near what they are in Florida.
Eric, I'm so
Absolutely.
glad you brought this subject because we do have this argument back and forth about the Sunshine State. The Sunshine is in Florida. It's nothing to argue. We're called the Sunshine State. So I think we need to settle that. I have another vote now about the Sunshine State. So we're 2-1. And the next question I have for you is why you mentioned all these networks we are, but you didn't mention Netflix. So why is that? I think that should be on the works.
You're absolutely right. You know, folks, the Power is Now TV is looking for seasoned agents like Adriana and her sister Claudia to host TV shows like Adriana is doing for Homebuyer Town Hall, Florida, Orlando, Florida. And once we get all 50 states covered, then we're going to be taking our shows to even bigger flat platforms like HBO and Netflix and Hulu and just about every streaming platform out there. And the reason why we are going to be able to do this is because of the kind of content that we are creating is unique. I mean, where can you go, Adriana, on any streaming platform and find the kind of information you share on your show? I mean, markets and strategies and that kind of thing. You can't find it, right? All you find is entertainment.
I agree with that, Eric. And not only that, but also the ability to go to different places. Like I'm gonna show you right here where we are. And this is the Andretti Auto Sport tent, private tent. And I don't see any other news channel or anybody else doing a show right now here. They just put gasoline on these bikes. Hopefully I can get a ride on one of those soon. Look at them, how cute. This is all the tents that will be of all the cars that will be racing at the Sand Pit. So we're doing whatever it takes to work. Thank you for your encouragement. You encouraged me for like a year before, or 2 years before I decided to go out there and start doing these on-site shows. And we improvise, you see, my sister is right there on the table improvising. So there is no excuse to provide good content. So thank you so much for the encouragement. And I'm so excited to be doing this show from the first Sand Pit Grand Prix in not Russia, but United States, Florida.
That is a major accomplishment for Florida. And so now you have something else. There's already a million things to do in Florida. Now they have this race. My goodness.
Yes, and they also have the Miami Grand Prix, which I believe that's going to happen later in the year. It's going to be the second one. So that's what makes the Sunshine State better than California. Look, we're getting all of these things.
Adriana, this battle continues. There is only one real Sunshine State, and that is California. But with that said, I'm going to end my comments with, if you're looking to buy or sell, you need money, a line of credit, or a first mortgage, FHA, VA, USDA, any program that requires, of course, employment and decent credit. You can have FICO scores, by the way, as low as 580. And we have programs that require no money down to as much as 20 or 30% down. We offer bank statement programs. We have investment programs. We have DSCR programs. If you are an investor, you know what that is. And so we offer a lot here at Residential Bancorp. And please go to applytobuynow.com. Find a licensed professional in your market area. Reach out to me and I can direct you to someone that can assist you in getting the financing you need. And reach out to Claudia and Adriana. These are two bona fide pros in the real estate business, making the American dream a reality. Back to you, Adriana.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and likely on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. Another show, another opportunity to understand that the power is now. Thank you.